Hey guys, today I was out washing my car, and as you can see it's nice and sunny and a little bit warm now. It's like 60 degrees. But I noticed the headlights here were getting a little faded. They got this kind of haze on it. I haven't really done this in probably a couple months, but it's not too bad. But just a recommendation, you can go out and get toothpaste. This is ultra bright. You can get this at Walmart for I think 99 cents for a big tube. So let me go ahead and open this up for you. Essentially, I think you've seen toothpaste before, but nice big tube. This is what you're going to use on your headlights to get the plastic. These are plastic headlights, they're not glass. Normally the glass ones don't get too hazed up or anything, but the plastic ones do. These ones, they've been a couple months, and it's maybe been over winter since I've done them. So I went out and bought some toothpaste at Walmart, 99 cents, just get the cheap shit. Advanced whitening. Okay, so maybe it'll make your car a little whiter, who knows. But basically, you're gonna take this, and the car's already pretty wet. I wet the whole thing down because I am gonna be washing it. But I have my rag here. This is just an old shop rag that I have. I'm gonna wet this in the water here. It's not a wet rag. Just make sure the headlight itself is nice and wet here. And you're just going to take your toothpaste and put a nice big dab kind of all over here. Use a liberal amount. Doesn't really matter, it's pretty cheap. And then you're just going to take your rag here and use it just as you'd be waxing a car basically. And just kind of start by, smother it kind of all over the headlight a little bit here. And then start just in a circular motion, kind of go over the entire headlight. And pretty much just as you'd be waxing. Go through here. And, get it all in there. Really work on the top here. That seems to kind of like the grit likes to keep on the top of it. You look on your headlight where it kind of gets gritty and kind of work those areas a little bit more. But really do the whole thing. Basically, what's in toothpaste, there's a little bit of abrasive, like not like sand, but you can kind of think of it as fine sand particles. And those are going to kind of take this top layer of the headlight off a little bit. I mean, not a lot at all. You're just kind of removing some of the scratching on it. And when it's all done and all hazed up, just take your rag, wet it off a little bit. And just go through and just kind of wipe it off, wipe it all down. And you don't have to be perfect with it because you are probably going to be washing the car. So, just get everything off of it. And that one's pretty much done. And then you can even take I'm going to take the hose here and just rinse it off. And as you can see, kind of the final product here. Only took like maybe a minute or two, but it's going to be nice and real shiny, a lot shinier than it was before. It's nice and clear. So that's just a cheap little trick. Don't get the crazy expensive stuff you get at Walmart. You don't need, I think everything has whitening in it now, but you don't need any special crazy stuff. You don't need, super whitening. You don't need the super cavity reduction, whatever. Just literally get the cheapest shit you can get. This was the cheapest shit, so get this. And that's that. Do the same thing to the other side, so obviously your headlights match, but quick and easy tip, don't go buying those, crazy $30, $40 kits from 3M or, any other manufacturers. They're kind of a waste of money. They do come with special pads if you want to, put them on your drill a lot of times, and you can kind of sand them in. Obviously, I think you'd maybe do a little bit of damage to, the paint around here if you weren't careful. And a lot of times they're like 3-4 step kits. It takes a lot longer. Maybe if your headlights were really, really bad, you could, invest in one of those kits. But honestly, I would stick to this if your headlights are not too bad at all. And, every time you wash your car, just go ahead and use this. It's not going to hurt anything. It's good for your teeth, so I'm sure your headlights can hold up to it. And that's that. So quick and easy tip, use this. All right, for this side, I'm going to show you basically the exact same thing that I did, just a little bit more up close. So here I'm going to take my rag, you know, wet it up a little bit. Just go over the headlight, get it all nice and moist, if it isn't already. And go ahead and take your toothpaste and just put it right here at the top. It really depends what your headlights look like. I know all different cars are all different. So, you know, put it on there, take your rag, and kind of just mash it all over the headlight. And then go through and start swirling it up, just like you're waxing a car. Mine here has this kind of like ball portion of the headlight, so I kind of like to go do that on its own. And then go do the top, because again, the top gets a little bit of crud on it, a little bit more than the bottom. And then just work your way down. And also, you kind of want to start at the top because the suds are going to run down, obviously. So work that through it. Get it all nice and good. Really work it in there, depending on how bad your headlights are. And then, again, rinse your rag off. And just go through and kind of gently rinse all that grime and toothpasteness off there. And then, when you're done with that, just take your hose and very lightly just kind of hose it off. And there you go, all nice and clean now. And you can even tell whenever you touch it. You can even tell it's real smooth now, as comparatively before it had a little bit of grime on there. But I'm looking at it right now. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but just from looking at it, it's a lot clearer. I can see right inside the housings with all the bulbs and everything. So this stuff works really good, as long as your headlights aren't like too grimed up. But I would think any car people, you know, you're not going to get your headlights get completely hazy. So it's a good thing to do this every time you wash your car. So any other things? That's about it. All right, and one extra little comment here. You might say, you know, hey, why would I want to do this? You know, my car's not that nice. You know, maybe you don't have a sports car. Maybe you just don't give a shit. Maybe your parents just don't give a shit on their car, you know, whatever. You would definitely want to do this because you're just going to get the best light output out of the housing. Already, I think automotive lights, for the most part, don't output enough light because obviously we have oncoming drivers and we have to be wary of, you know, the light in their eyes. But even more so, I mean, you want to get at least the maximum light output that was designed for the car to be outputting through the light. So whenever they're nice and hazed up, you can't do that. It's, you know, going to be acting like a filter. Not all the light's going to come through. It's going to be yellowy. You're just not going to see as good. And basically, it looks like piss on your car. So shine up your headlights. It's going to make your car look a whole world of a different